Hi, my name is Lazarus Rivera. Welcome to my informative speech on the importance of wearing seatbelts. Let's start with the icebreaker. Do you want to be driving and end up flying when you didn't purchase a ticket? If not, you should wear a seatbelt. Seatbelts were not mandatory until the mid-1970s. Back then, vehicle safety was not a thing. There was no requirement for seatbelts, and even worse, most of the cars back then were made of solid pieces of metal, not like the fiberglass cars that we have today. Usage of seatbelts. Using a seatbelt takes about an extra 10 seconds from after you start your car. You just pull the seatbelt over, you take the receiving end and put it into the giving end, and it clicks right there. There are various types of seatbelts. In the mid-1970s, they had the seatbelts that were attached to the door that would slide over your window and then slide back when your door would close. The purpose of seatbelts is to save lives. When you're driving and you get hit from behind, the seatbelt locks in place and prevents you from going forward. Some facts about seatbelts. I have been in about 3 crashes, and seatbelts have saved my life. So from firsthand experience, I know the importance of them. Seatbelts reduces fatal injury for up to 50% for the front passengers and the driver, and 75% for the rear passengers. It is mandatory now in 69% of the whole world to wear one. It is enforced by punitive regulations. Some countries even regulate their fines by jail time. And in the late 90s, the phrase "click it or ticket" was a movement to instill fear for the drivers and their passengers into wearing a seatbelt. Fatalities per million. In 1988, there was about 1.5 million people who have passed away. And if you look now, up to the 2020s, only about 800,000 people have passed away from not wearing seatbelts. You can find all this information in the National Department of Transportation website at nhstv.gov and in the World Health Organization at who.gov. Seatbelts aren't as confining as a wheelchair. When you're hit and you go into an accident, you run the risk of flying out of your vehicle, and if you survive, you run the risk of being permanently disabled. So that extra 10 seconds of inconvenience of just grabbing your seatbelt and clicking it could be that extra 10 seconds that saves your life from permanent disability. Once again, my name is Lazarus Rivera. This has been my informative speech on how to wear a seatbelt and the importance of wearing a seatbelt. Thank you.